YouTube, what's going on? Consumer reviews and DIYs here. We are back with another review video. And today we are unboxing a camera. We got a Nikon Z30. So we want to start using this camera to film the content on the channel. Most of the videos are filmed with a smartphone. I've been using the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and the content is pretty good. It comes out looking pretty clear. This specific video right now is being filmed with the iPhone 14 Pro Max, but we want to take the quality up to another level. So I decided to make this purchase. I'm really going to need you guys on this purchase to help your guy, guide me along in the camera setup, settings, best practices that we should be using or utilizing with this particular purchase. So we got it secondhand, we got it used. I did some comparative pricing. I wanted to get the best deal possible. So we went on eBay. We found this low shutter count. Looks like it was barely used, really good condition. So we want to make sure that we actually got what we purchased. It came from a pretty reputable seller, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. Sometimes you can purchase things or items from offline, and there's some sketchy business going on. But here's the box. We got the UPC number, and this one comes with the 16-50 lens. All right, so we got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, HDMI, but also compatible with both the iPhones and the Android. And we got this part of the box as well. So let's get into it. We'll take a look at what's included and go from there. All right, so first up, we have a USB-C to USB-A connection. All right, cool. We got the actual camera, which is attached to the neck strap that you wear. All right, so we're gonna get into the camera last, though. All right, we have a looks like charger. All right, Ki-Star. I was expecting that to possibly be Nikon. All right, let's hope we we didn't get some off-brand merchandise. All right, so we got a Ki-Star battery, and it says it's for the Nikon. All right, so we got one battery here. All right, cool. Then this fits in. Plug it up to the wall. I also did some research, and it looks like you can just go ahead and charge this up. You don't have to necessarily use this charger. You can get USB power as well, which I think is a benefit. All right, so we got an extra battery, which is cool. Awesome. And then we have our lens, our 16-50 lens. All right, looks good, a little dusty. But outside of that, looks like it's in good condition. It looks like it's functioning. Very dusty, actually. But that's all right. We can clean that up. Not a huge deal. But everything looks like it's working fine. It's rotating as it should. All right, so that looks official. So outside of that, I mean, that's all that we have, with the exception of some, some manuals and some paperwork. So user's manual. Okay, cool. All right, so from first glance, camera appears to be in pretty good condition. I mean, I don't see any scratches or any visible signs of excessive wear. We got the mic slot, which is a benefit. HDMI, all right, USB. All that looks good. So yeah, it looks good, man. Looks like it's in really good condition. It matches the description. Now, I did have some hands-on time with the camera, this same camera, at another store before I purchased it. So I'm familiar with just having it in a hand and kind of some of the parts. All right, so this is looks like the battery. All right, so let's look at this. All right, cool. All right, so no battery is inside, and looks like the SD card goes in this compartment as well. So let's go ahead and put this battery in. Hopefully we got a charge, and we can go ahead and power it up and just make sure that everything is functioning. Okay, so that snaps in like that, and you release it. Okay, like that. Pretty cool. All right, good deal. All right, let's look at the SD card first, though. Didn't know it was gonna have an SD card included. All right, so they showed us some love. They included a 128 gig reverb, but as long as it works, hey, we'll go ahead and rock out with it. Not a huge deal on the reverb. All right, let's go ahead and slide that back in, and then we'll go ahead and put the battery in and see if we can get this guy powered up. All right, I'll snap that into place. All right, good deal. And the way that we power this on is the switch right there on the front. Let's see what we got. All right, so either no lens is attached or the attached lens is non-CPU lens to shoot with the non-CPU lens. Okay, so might help if we go ahead and crack this guy off. All right, so we use this. Let's see. Okay, so we use this button here. Okay, no, it unscrews off, so we're good to go. All right, let's look at the sensor. Okay, that looks good. I don't see any visible damage to it. All right, let's go ahead and crack that lens on there, and then we'll go from there. All right, and we'll go ahead and power it back on and see what we get. All right, so now we're getting the image. Okay. Doesn't look bad, but I'm so used to, the iPhone screen where you get so much more visibility, and this small screen, that's gonna take a little bit of time to get used to. And it looks like our battery, we only have a limited amount of time with this. So let's go ahead and look at the screen, the inside. All right, I like the way that you can flip the screen. All right, that's a benefit. That's going to help with some of the footage. There is a ton of content out there on YouTube where a lot of, camera pros, they go through, they have comparative videos. So I am by no means an expert on this particular topic at all. There are a lot of things that I do excel at. This is a new venture for me. So again, I'm gonna ask you guys to give me your perspective and give me that input. So again, I'm going to mess with the focal lens a little bit, and then we're going to head outside to try to take a couple of clips just to see how it matches up to the 14 Pro Max. All right, guys, so we are getting some footage. Now, it is a super cloudy day. But on this particular shot, from a comparative perspective, the 14 Pro Max has a better looking image in terms of just getting more light exposure versus the Nikon Z30. The Nikon Z30 is probably more true to life. I'm not sure if there's some additional processing that's going on with the 14 Pro Max. Sorry about the camera being kind of shaky, guys. But that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm picking up. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section, or are there certain settings, are there certain things that I need to change to make this, a better image or more efficient? Doing some zoom action as well with that 14 Pro Max. As you can see, it's holding its own. Here's a still image of the Z30 versus the 14 Pro Max. And one thing I noticed is that I get way more of an image with the Nikon Z30. There's a lot more that fits within the frame versus the 14 Pro Max. But even as you're looking at the grass, you can see that it looks like the Z30 is again more true to life versus the iPhone 14 Pro Max. It's even lighter. There are several factors that play into cameras, lenses, et cetera. But for the subscribers, for those that's coming through to watch the videos, just again, give me like that crash course. If you had to give me a piece of advice as to settings or how to get the best video quality, go ahead and shout it out in the comment section. Again, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Shout out to everybody that subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next video.